Hi everyone! We are the Studyhub number 8, and in this video, we will be talking about the meaning, concepts, and historical views in child development. We will be discussing the following topics: historical views of childhood, current concerns about today's children, developmental processes and periods, periods of development, and developmental issues. Now, let me discuss to you the first topic, which is the historical views of childhood. This concept has the speculations of the philosophers about the nature of children and how they should be brought up. That's when they portray the children in terms of their own views. First is the original sin view, second is the tabula rasa view, and third is the innate goodness view. Now let's go and talk about the first view of one of the philosophers, which is the original sin view. In this view, children must be raised to accept the moral doctrine of society and to always be mindful to behave in morally acceptable ways. Within this view, humans were innately evil. It means that ever since we were infants, or ever since we were born into this world, we were originally evil, with the original sin of Adam and Eve. While baptism can cleanse or remove this, our soul is warped and capable of choosing between good or evil. The second view is the tabula rasa view, which was proposed by John Locke, an English philosopher. John Locke believed that the environment and experiences is what shaped the development of a child. He also advocated that the parents should be a good role model to their children to facilitate a good character development. The third one and the last one is the innate goodness view. This is advocated by Jean-Jacques, a French philosopher. He believed that infants are inherently good and that it is society that corrupts a child. That's why it is important that a child grows to a good environment and with no trauma so that they can manifest good experiences and good character.
Great day, everyone! Before I will start, let me introduce myself. My name is Hanimil Abel, and my topic was all about current concerns about today's children. As you can compare children from the past generation to present generation, children nowadays are very incomparable. Curious in everything, gadgets dependable, and sometimes uncontrollable. That's why teachers always advise to all parents to guide their children. For there is a quote that home is where one starts from. Here are some examples of children's concerns. Number 1. Screen time. Excessive screen time from smartphones, tablets, and computers can lead to issues like reduced physical activities, sleep disturbances, and potential negative effects of mental health. Number 2. Mental health. An increasing number of children are experiencing mental health challenges, such as anxiety, depression, and stress. Access to proper mental health support is a growing concern. And lastly, bullying. Cyberbullying and traditional bullying in school continue to be significant issues impacting of well-being and self-esteem.
So hi, let's tackle the topic 3, which is the learning principle. So first, let us discuss the psychoanalytic and psychosocial theory of Sigmund Freud. Sigmund Freud proposed that the personality development in childhood takes a place during 5 psychosocial stages, which are the anal, the oral, phallic, latency, and genital stages. During each stages, sexual energy expressed in different ways and through different body parts. So these are called psychosocial stages because each stages represent the affections of libido, roughly translated as sexual drives or instincts on a different area of the body. Freud believed that life was built around tensions and pleasure. Freud also believed that all tension was due to the build-up of libido or sexual energy, and that all pleasure comes from its discharge. So let us move on to the second theory, which is the cognitive theory by Jean Piaget. Cognitive theories are characterized by their focus on the idea that how and what people think leads to the arousal emotions, and that certain thoughts and beliefs lead to disturbed emotions and behaviors. Others lead to healthy emotions and adaptive behavior. Piaget proposed four major cognitive development and called them sensomotor intelligence, which defines knowledge that is obtained from sensory reception and motor action involving objects and the environment. Second is the pre-operational thinking, defined at toddler age 7. Young children are able to think and about things symbolically. Third is the concrete operation thinking. The children typically reach this stage, which is characterized by logical reasoning about real situations without being influenced by changes in appearance at the age of 7 or 8. Fourth is the formal operational thinking. Operational thinking, this is the stage of human cognitive development, typically beginning around age of 11 and 12, characterized by the emergence of logical thinking process, particularly the ability to understand theories and abstract ideas and predict possible outcomes of hypothetical problems. The third theory of development is psychosocial theory development by Erik Erikson. This theory focuses on the nature of self-understanding, social relationship, and the mental process that support connections between the person and his or her social world. Psychosocial theories address pattern changes and ego development, including self-understanding, identity information, social relationship, and worldview across the lifespan. So ecological theory is the fifth theory. This theory suggests that overall trophic efficiency in number of trophic levels and food webs are related to ecosystem productions, and that ecosystem respiratory reflects the summation of losses at all tropics. It identifies also two classes of underlying mechanisms that can generate impacts on ecosystem process system when diversity changes. Resilience has its own origin in ecological theory, which focuses on the ability of an ecological system to absorb changes and disturbance while maintaining interactions and structure found within the system. The sixth theory is classical conditioning theory. This theory states that behavior are learned by connecting a neutral stimulus with a positive one, such as Pavlov's dog hearing a bell or expecting food. This learning behavior is called a conditioned response. The seventh theory is the operant conditioning by B.F. Skinner. This theory is a form of learning in which the motivations of a behavior happens after the behavior is demonstrated. A human or animal receive a sequences after performing a specific behavior. The consequences is either a reinforcer or the punisher. This theory is a multi-intelligence theory of Howard Gardner. This theory refers to a theory describing the different ways students learn and acquire information. This multiple intelligence range from the use of words, numbers, pictures, and music to the importance of social interaction. Introspections of social interactions physical movement, and be in tune with nature. The ninth theory is the metacognitive by Flavel. This theory explains how humans can actively monitor and regulate their own thought processes. According to Flavel, the theory ponders some people are capable of control over their minds than others.
So, hi everyone, my name is Francine Rizal Siboho, and I will discuss to you about period of development. Development is a continuous process from neonatal to adulthood. Though the growth ceases after adolescence, adolescence is not the end of development. Each development stage has a new set of challenges and opportunities. Now, germinal is the first week of development, which is the period of cell division and initial differentiation, cell maturation. The number 2 is embryonic, which lasts from the 3rd to 8th weeks of development, and then in the last, the fetal period, which is characterized by the maturation of tissues and organs and rapid growth of the body. Infancy. Infancy is the earliest stage of child's life. When a baby is born, for the first 2 months, they can be referred to as a newborn baby. The time immediately after this is referred to as the infancy period. The infancy period lasts until they are 1 year old. Childhood. Between age 1 and 3 years, locomotion and language are crucial. The best predictor of cognitive function is language. Fine locomotor skills are related to self-help skills. The most common development is in early childhood is to
Developmental issues. Nature versus nurture. This debate questions whether genetics or environmental experience have greater impact of development. It's widely accepted that both nature and nurture are important, with genetics providing a blueprint and the environment shaping how it's expressed. Continuity versus discontinuity. This issue examines whether development is a gradual, cumulative process or marked by distinct stages. Different aspects of development may follow different patterns, some continuous, some involving stages. Early versus later development. This consideration weights the significance of early experience versus later ones in a child's crucial, but development is a lifelong process influenced by experience throughout life. So this issue highlights the complexity of child development, emphasizing the interplay of nature and nurture, different developmental patterns, the importance of considering both early and later experience in understanding and supporting children's growth.